What's up guys, Zaid here, and today we're going to be watching some Pokemon Unite high-rated TalonFlame gameplay with the intention of elevating my own play using TalonFlame. If you guys like this type of content, make sure you stick around and subscribe. Also check out my Yu-Gi-Oh content and everything else. Let's get into it. This is like the very first thing that I thought was interesting is, well, he kind of flops it, but I believe he was trying to use his ability to get over the wall. I forget what the starter ability is called. I should probably look into that. But you just kind of teleport and start swooshing at people. And I feel like you're supposed to, when you start, use it to hop over that wall to save you a couple seconds. But as you see, he's going mid. I feel like that's kind of what speedsters do, is they're kind of the jungler. And just so you guys know, like my background in regards to MOBAs, I've only really played Smite. I've tried League once. I didn't really play it much though. And then I used to play a shit ton of Smite, but I never played a jungler. And I've been maining this dude, TalonFlame. And so that's why I chose for the first like high-rated match I watched, I chose to watch this TalonFlame one and see how he jungles. And so like we saw him attempt to hop the wall. He fucked it up, but it's whatever. And then so he killed the top thing. I don't know the names of these Pokemon. This is going to be a little rough for me at first, but I'm going to learn more and more as I go. But basically, he just kind of like farmed all around the jungle. And one thing that like lets me know right away that I think I want to work on is when I play this character, having like a set route in mind that I go on each time, like where I start. And we see here he's going to engage the team, take out the Squirtle, go in it for the Jigglypuff. Or is that Clefairy? I can't tell. Damn, I'm bad at Pokemon. But we'll get there, And going to dunk on him. The dunking system's one thing that I really enjoy in this game. I like how you kind of have to... You can't just tower dive and destroy the tower once you get like a big kill on the opposing team. It also like it forces minion farming. I feel like it keeps the towers alive for longer, which is really cool. But the towers also don't attack you. Instead, they just heal, which is another like odd thing. Right here, we see the team engagement. He's gonna take out the Squirtle pretty easily. Take out the Clefable. Forgive me again if I'm saying that wrong. And then my man just dips. Like, notice how he really does not waste time. After he gets his kills, he just goes right back to jungling. What's this thing called? This could be a thing where I learn what shit like this is called. Like, what the fuck was that buffalo he just killed called? And what's this thing called? But a big thing to note during this guy's playing is that he's jungling a lot. And, like, he's really just, like, farming minions. He's barely been in confrontation. And when he is, it's only team fights, and he's picking off the weak one in the early game. I feel like later on, as he develops his kit, gets all his abilities unlocked, he'll be able to take people out. Like right here, he one-shots that, or not one-shots, but he dumps his whole kit on the Wartortle and just ends him. And I feel like this character is really insane for that. He could just kind of take people out in a shot. But it helps that he's over-leveled, too. If you look at the levels right now, he is between 1 and 4 levels higher than everybody on the opposing team. And it's only 3 minutes into the game. And he's at such a distinct level advantage. And something like that kind of just snowballs. Because now he's going to be able to just get those pickoffs and kill people and make team fights 4v5. And that's like on top of him already being high level. Here he tower dives in and then uses his ultimate. I don't know what they're called in this. I guess a Unite move or something. But he used it to pull the poke out of there. And now he tower dives again. That seems really risky to me. Because he's now in the slow zone. But his team's there to back him up, so it looks like he's going to be able to get out. He's going to dunk on him to destroy this tower, which gets rid of that slow zone, so they could push now if they want, but looks like he's going to go back to heal. Nah, he's got like a lot of health. He's going to go hit mid and do some more farming. That's something that, looking at this, I definitely need to do to level up my own gameplay, is continue to farm like throughout the entirety of the game. This man is constantly out killing something, and he's not really that worried about engaging in these team fights unless he has to or he sees the opportunity. And when he doesn't full commit. He kind of just goes in, picks off a kill or two if he can, and if he can't, just dips. And I feel like a lot of times I get a little greedy and worry about the number of kills I have, when in reality, there's a lot more you could be doing for your team. Like him feeding like this, not only is keeping him high level, but keeping his opponents low level. They have less to feed off of. And see, we see him here. He goes in and just snipes the Greninja out. He might get killed here. This looks like a bad spot for him because he kind of gets ganked by the enemy team, but he gets a kill on the way out. So if he goes down here, it might have been worth it. That would have been 2 kills in that engagement, maybe 3. It said he was on a 3 KO streak. And this is another broken thing I love about this character, is the fly is really good for initiating combat. It's also really good for pulling out of combat. Like, you're invincible for like 2 or 3 seconds. That's just kind of OP, and it also helps you just maneuver well. Like we just saw, he can use it to get over walls and stuff to just save him 2 to 3 seconds, which adds up when this game's limited to 10 minutes. You can only play for 10 minutes max during a game of Pokemon Unite, and I feel like that in and of itself is really cool too, how Pokemon was able to do that. Again, dude, we see him again. Oh, he actually got fucked up there. But that's kind of the play style it looks like he goes for with this character, which seems to just be the correct way to play it, where he dove in on that Pokemon, I forget its name, and he tried to 100 to 0 it, and he almost did, but I don't think he noticed that the enemy team was right there with him. It looked like just a one Pokemon, you could pick him off, escape, and be good, but his whole team was there ready for it, and they waxed him. And that, I believe, was his first death of the game, too, so he's went 6 out of 10 minutes with only 1 death, and has secured a lot of good kills and farming. The level gap is starting to close, though. He doesn't really have the level advantage he did in the beginning. Here he misses the ult in this team fight, but this is still looking possibly good for their team. I don't know. These team fights are so fast-paced, too, that it's kind of hard for me in the moment to gauge what's going on, but I guess I'll get better at that with time. We see him dive down and take out the Venusaur, but here he might be fucked. If he can fly, does he have his fly ability? Ooh, he sprinted out. I don't know what items he's using either. That's an important thing, because I think that the way that he just jolted forward was an item, but I don't know. And I don't believe that this replay viewer shows you that, which I really wish they did, because I would love to be able to see the builds that these high-ranked players are using and be able to adapt mine based on it. But I guess I'll look at my items that I have and see if there's one that does that. Like, I'm really new to this game, if y'all couldn't tell so far, based on this level of commentary. There's a lot that I don't understand, but I felt like this type of content is going to help with that. We see the Greninja get fucking sniped out, though, and then he just continues farming like it's nobody's business. My man's constantly getting XP, and that level gap is back. I think the only reason that the team was starting to catch up was because he died, so he was on bench for 20 seconds. But now he's got as many orbs as he can carry, or Pokeballs, and he's still just farming everything, just gathering that XP. He's almost level 15 when their highest level is 13, and they have 2 12s. So, right here, he's going to go after the Greninja. Dude's only level 12. He could just pick him apart. And notice how when there's these big team engagements, he stays there. Like, he's kind of a part of the battle, but he's on the outskirt kind of waiting to see what happens. I feel like I, as a player, oftentimes get greedy and just, jump in and try to dump my kit. But he's kind of staying out of the way of the threats. And see, he's going to, then he was able to go pick a guy off. And now it's a 3v1 on this, what's it called? Is that a Clefable or a Jigglypuff? I feel like I'm really, my Pokemon knowledge is not up there. I need to, learn the names of all these dudes. Here we got the Zapdos battle, though. And Zapdos is a really, a cool thing where if your team's already up and then you go battle the Zapdos, I feel like it's risky, because if you just get if your opposing team gets a deicide, here the team that we're watching lost 4 of their people, where the opposing team lost 3. Leaving 2 of them alive is having the 2v1 on the opposing team when you're winning kind of sucks, because now they have a chance to run it back. But our man is back and spawned, and he's going to go back into the action. Well, he's kind of chilling here for a sec. I guess he was thinking about where to go. He's going to go try to farm the Greninja. Takes him out. That's the beauty of this character, especially in this late game now where these guys are a lot higher level. That elimination of him puts him out of the game for 20 to 30 seconds when there's only a minute and a half left. And so the ability to just be able to slowly poke one guy out. And then here, see how he is able to use his fly to make sure the engagement stays away he'd like. It looked like the guy was going to be able to come up and have the upper hand. He flew to basically negate whatever attack his opponent had just used. And then he was able to ult him into his own base and kill him. That's just kind of crazy. Last 30 seconds, we're going to see Greninja get sniped out. Ooh, never mind. That ability of Greninja's to, create duplicates is really overpowered. Not, really overpowered, but very, very good offensively and defensively. Because I believe they can all attack. So you're, multiplying your DPS, but also your opponent doesn't know where to attack. It's kind of like the there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I forget what it's called, but you activate two. It's a trap card that like you place two spells from your deck face down, and then it's when your opponent declares an attack, and it just kind of like shuffles them up. And it's kind of like that where you have two decoys now to like dodge an attack. We see the match end though, and the scorecard is very high up there for the team we are specking, and they happen to win. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this type of content, let me know in the comment section below. Take it easy.